And we're here once again with the Onyx Path News. Welcome. My name is Matthew Dawkins, and happy 16th of January, everybody. May not be a portentous, important, significant, or religious day for you, but for me, the 16th of January is a very important day. Do you know why? I'll tell you. It's an important day for me because I'm getting to speak to you for another day. That's right. That's all there is, and that makes things important to me as your host. You know, I like to be able to speak to our customers, our fans, our readers, our role players. And 16th of January, well, it's a special day unlike any other. And do you know why? I'll tell you why. It's more than just my being able to speak to you. It's because today is the day I get to tell you the Victorian Age Mage, otherwise known as M20 Victorian Age, otherwise known as Mage the Ascension, the Victorian Age, and various combinations thereof, was released in PDF and print on demand last Wednesday. That's right, it is linked below. You will have been able to see it from the glorious purple and gold that makes up the cover. Of course, purple and gold has always been synonymous with Mage the Ascension, but I think that Victorian aesthetic that we've channeled is very regal. It channels the era quite well, quite well. And this is a book that has been going down a storm. We are very pleased with how this book has been received. And yeah, sales over the last week since its release have been pretty damn good. So if you haven't picked up Victorian Age, Mage, or M20 Victorian Age, please do consider it. It's linked below. Leave a rating if you do. This book contains more than just setting advice, although that is, of course, an integral part too. There is, of course, historical era advice, but there is really useful content for how you would actually run a game set in the Victorian era, the 19th century. And also lots of new mechanics. This isn't just fluff, to put it in a way that a lot of people dislike. There's a lot of crunch. That's the other term a lot of people dislike in this book too. It covers a vast array of the playable options in Mage, as well as expanding out ones that have rarely been touched upon before. And of course, when we funded this book through a crowdfunding campaign, I guess, last year? Maybe. We funded a slew of stretch goals as well that will also shortly be following in this book's wake. So do check it out. It's a absolutely stunning book to read through. If you can't tell from the cover, we've really gone lavish on the design for M20 Victorian Age. So I'd really appreciate it if you gave it a look. And as I say, give it a rating, and if you can, give it a review. Now, in fact, in the time remaining on this Onyx Path News, hello Alain and hello Pavel for tuning in live. That's the other thing I want to spend time on. It's something I do every few months or so, but it's something I feel is important. It is significant, and it's one of these things that a lot of people forget. And so occasionally when you get a reminder from someone like me, it helps. Now, a lot of our book sales are very much governed by ratings and reviews. People find our books and they're not sure whether to buy them, especially if they don't have many ratings or reviews. It is a fact that the more ratings and reviews our books get, the more people flock to them. It's magnetic, if you like. People trust in other customers' judgment for whatever reason. And therefore, what I'm asking of you is, if you buy our books through DriveThruRPG or Amazon or Indie Press Revolution, but let's use DriveThruRPG as a good example here, all you have to do is click on DriveThruRPG.com, click onto your library. So that's 2 clicks. You will see a list of books that you own, and what's more, it will show you whether you have rated or reviewed them yet. I'm not asking you to write essays. I'm not asking you to write several paragraphs. Hell, I'm not asking you to write anything if you don't have the time to do so. But to rate a book doesn't require you go to that book's page. You can stay in your library and do it right there. And then save, you're done. Couple of clicks and you're out. As I say, this genuinely makes a difference. So if you find yourself with a spare few minutes, because it won't take you much longer than that, go through the books you have purchased on DriveThruRPG or any other website and leave a rating. It costs you nothing to do so, but it can draw more eyes to our product and therefore get more role players playing these games I hope you love as much as we do. I'm sure you do. Otherwise, why would you be here? So, with that said, M20 Victorian Age is really the big news, although later this month, of course, we will have a Pugmire crowdfunding campaign for Realms of Pugmire. I have no doubt a lot of you are very interested to see how we're maneuvering this, given that there's been a lot of news regarding the Open Gaming License and so forth. Well, do check out Mr. Eddie Webb's video from last week. It's on this channel that covers our approach to the OGL when it comes to Pugmire. We have lots of plans. We aren't making any grand formal announcement regarding the OGL or the ORC, the ORC, which has recently been announced by Paizo, because, well, quite frankly, we are still surveying the situation. There's lots of ways things can play out, and in many ways, there are parts of this that don't affect us directly. So we will think, we will contemplate, and we won't rush because, quite frankly, it doesn't benefit us or you for us to do so. So, with that said, please do check out Eddie's video about the OGL. It will be a lot more enlightening when it comes to Realms of Pugmire, and do keep a bit of money put by, because Realms of Pugmire will be crowdfunded by the end of this month, or at least the campaign will launch. I hope it's crowdfunded by the end of this month, and we would love your backing too. As always, we will release a new product this Wednesday, and when we do, you will see it announced on the onyxpath.com. And if you missed that, you will hear about it on the Onyx Path News next Monday. Thank you very much for watching, and speak to you again soon.